my hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gon' launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never off it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Profit, spitting hot shit. Off topic, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it. Take it back, matter of fact, making racks where it's at. Have my back to the mat, not an act, that's a fact. We attack in a back, no react, no react. Think I'm black, off his back, while I rap, not to step. Throw a jab, give a crap. We're advanced, I'm the man. Got a plan better than most brands. Goddamn, I'm a rhyme till I die. Never lie, that's a lie. I don't try, I defy. Yes and nah, that I'm right, yeah. Like a student though, working on a movement, yeah, I'll do it cause I'm in the zone. And you know that I'm ready for the shows. How it goes, I don't know, but I'm waiting till I'm chose. Front row, here I go. All these people wanna know what you think of them lately. Do you really love me or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly everyone's invaded. Privacy is naked, man, I really hate it. God, I really hate it. I just wanna make it through all this fake shit. Living in the real life, living for some real times. Talk about the real climb, passionate in real rhymes. Steal time back from my 9 to 5, taking back my fucking life. I just wanna feel alive.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. Fake it till I make it. Motherfucking take it back from these haters. Playing tracks for the traitors. Got the passion in depths when it happens. Factions take actions, drafting their captains. It's happening, I'm raising my status. Facing the madness, I'm out gaining traction. Avoid the distractions, I'm snapping, no captions. Attracting reactions, adapting, attacking, commanding the masses. I'm practicing habits, I don't fucking ask bitch, I just fucking grab it. I am never static, massively active, expanding, backslid, planning to have it. So I will go capture it and I'ma stay after it. I'm gonna fucking master it, put them on blast it. They will never last it, don't be so dramatic. Not my demographic, this shit is democratic. They phone effects, yeah bitch. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game lit, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I love the same shit. How the hell am I different if we all know the same shit? I ain't never let them doubt me, it's about me. Keep my head down, let my mouth speak. This around me, they all about the clout, see where the crowd be. Every time I speak loudly, they more about me. Man, you know I got a bounty on these lousy ass haters that surround me. Still they doubt me, they don't know nothing about me. Still their mouths free, I'ma change that soon. Better watch out now, see? I just wanna be the greatest, yeah. And I just wanna be famous, yeah. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest, yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah. And I'm not playing any more games. Either put me on the charts or I'll put you up in flames. Better recognize art, cause I don't forget names. Should've seen me from the start, coming at you like a train. Think I'm about to fall apart every single fucking day. Seeing all these damn stars with my well-deserved fame. And I spit these gold bars while they spitting out shit. Man, I give this shit hard, but it gives me back pain. I wanna be a spectacle, they skeptical. But man, I got that chemical, exceptional. I do it all intentional, professional. So I can make that decimal incredible. I'm not thinking, man, they're saying that I've gone insane. I'm not ever gonna make it cause the game has changed. I'm not good enough, man, no that's not okay. Tell me that shit again and I'll stop your brain. I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah. Now wake up, you got some shit to do. It's 6 a.m, I don't care, you got some shit to prove. Cause right now, you ain't got nothing that big to lose. So get your ass to work and don't you dare hit snooze. Can't stop this, I'm obnoxious. And I'm honest and novice with promise. Made monstrous, I'm conscious, but I'm nauseous. Think I've lost it, I've got it. Spitting all this, still I'm not it. I've got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm all in, balling on a budget. Man, I'm stalling, crawling, cause I'm nothing. But I'm all in, calling, I'll be something. Yeah, I'ma get it now, you can leave if you don't like it. Say it out loud, you believe it, you can bite this. Keep my head down and I keep on going timeless. Make it somehow, I believe it when I write this. I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. And I just wanna be famous. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Yeah. Man, I just wanna be famous. Yeah. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. Yeah, maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. and there it drops for days. Still the people rage. Am I not?
And the reason I'm doing this is because I just kind of wanted to see if having one protein meal a day will really affect, you know, my body, my muscle mass, you know, how I feel, you know, and so forth. We know it won't affect my pump, won't affect my workouts. It's not going to affect my strength. But I was just curious if, you know, my body would change visually at all, only eating one meal of protein a day. And I'm on my 4th week of doing this. So in doing this, I have to say that, you know, I feel great. I have great energy. It's a lot of carbs. It's a great carb. My pumps are awesome. You know, after my workout, I'm still doing the shakes, but I'm just doing the rice shakes instead of the sweet potato shakes, you know. And, you know, that wouldn't even really make a difference, but I just wanted to do all rice and just stick to it to see, you know, how it feels and how I look. And I gotta say that, you know, it's working out great, and it's very healthy for me. As bodybuilders, you guys know that, you know, all the protein we eat and, you know, training and the lactic acid buildup is just really hard on our organs, you know, kidneys especially. So I'm in my 4th week of doing it, and just sharing my experiment with you guys, just to pass it on, you know, what I found to be, you know, a good diet. It seems to be working great and cheap as fuck for the people out there that can't afford, you know, protein's expensive as hell. And, you know, I put, you know, spaghetti sauce on my rice. So, you know, it's basically just white rice with a little bit of spaghetti sauce, and it's easy, you know, Chanel makes a big tub every morning. And, you know, I eat that big tub every day. So, I mean, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, you know, close to 10 cups of rice a day, was a shitload of rice. But you guys gotta understand, a shitload of carbs. But the calories aren't that high because there's not that many calories and there's no fat. So it's very little calories, pretty low calorie diet. And then at night, you know, I eat maybe 80 grams of protein. You know, I shoot for around there. You know, for me, when I say 80, it could be anywhere from 60 to 100, but, you know, a little bit higher than a normal meal. And I gotta say that it's working out great. It's an awesome diet. So, you guys, if you're curious, give it a try. But, you know, my experiment, you know, I've concluded that, you know, you don't need to be eating fucking 6 meals a day with every meal having protein in it. Your body is not gonna suffer. You're not gonna lose muscle mass. It's not going to affect your muscle gains, in my opinion. And this is the reason why I was doing it, was to find out. And again, you know, a lot of people say, well, why don't you try doing it for 6 months, Rich, or do it for a year and then see what happens. And, you know, there is some truth to that. You know, if I did this diet for 6 months, maybe it might have a little bit of effect, you know, on my muscle mass, you know, gains, or possibly losing muscle mass. I don't believe so. But, you know, until you actually fucking try it and see for yourself, you really don't fucking know. So anyway, guys, just passing on some information, you know, that I found out, and this is what I do. I like fucking experimenting and finding out shit for my own knowledge. So, fuck it, all rice diet fucking works great, and it's cheap as fuck. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps.
Man, this is incredible. I can't explain how relaxing this is. And I come out here almost every night and just relax. Sometimes I just sit by the fire, sometimes the jacuzzi, sometimes even the goddamn pool. But yeah, we are definitely enjoying this fucking backyard, that's for sure. Because we definitely weren't playing basketball at the other house. Right, China? Right, China? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, China. Yeah, lay down. Try to lay down. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, China.
Action.
What's up, goddammit? It is feeder time. So we're still on arms. We're still getting those arms to fucking grow. Arms can never be big enough. I don't give a fuck what anyone out there says. That's my opinion. And I will always believe that. Fucking big arms. So here we go. Feeders. So we're doing 100 tries and 50 buys. So here we go, Skull Crushers, goddammit. Didn't even get to cross. Oh, mother. 100 reps, goddammit. Oh, shit. Whew. Oh, man. Fucking tries are fucking burning, goddammit. All right, 50 buys. Here we go. Hammers.
Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Wow. Need some fresh fucking air. Go check the pump, goddammit. That's the best part, is looking at the pump afterwards. It's fucking crazy. Oh, fuck. On this side, baby. Oh my God. You guys can see that shit. Fucking arms are pumped. Holy fuck. Oh my God. I feel like my skin is gonna fucking burst right now. It's the best part. Is that pump. How much do you get on a pump? Half inch, quarter inch? No one's ever seen this shit before, right? I haven't measured my arm in a little while. I have no idea. No idea what it is. Let's see. Well, there it is. 24 and a quarter. 24 and a quarter, but that's pumped. So 24 and a quarter pump. So I think they're around 23 and 5/8, 23 and 7/8. But they're over 24 pump, goddammit. Whew. Holy shit. Oh, and the calves. My fucking calves, that's what matters, is my calves, getting my calves to grow. So, check these bad boys out. So, obviously not pumped, right? So, the calf is tricky, you know? You gotta go a little cockeyed because the peak of my outer is up here, the peak of my inner is down here. So, let me switch it around here. See what my calves are. My calves here are showing, small as fuck, goddammit, I'm embarrassed to show. 19 and a half. 19 and a half on that one. So, they were 20 and a half. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, okay, here we go. This one's 20. So we got 19 and a half and 20. So that's small. But before you talk shit and say my calves are small, measure your fucking calves. So before you say my calves are small, measure your calves. I guarantee they're not 20, but my calves need to be bigger. So my goal is 22 inches. So at the end of these 8 weeks, part of my goal is to get my calves into 22 inches. So I'm losing weight, my calves are going up. So you ready for bed, babe?
Yes.
So I feel good. Nothing like getting a good pump and going to bed, man. It's the fucking best.
Everybody knows that's a fact, yeah. I just want my words to impact, yeah. I just want my words to all last, yeah. Not sorry if I put you on blast.
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
Escape from my thoughts like a black hole. Can't escape from these thoughts and these assholes. Too many people feeling entitled. Too many people staying idle. Man, I work every day for the title, and I'ma get it, that thought is final. The way I think you could say is primal. Kill or be killed, I'm your rival. And I don't lose, no. I'ma be the one they choose, though. You gon' be the one they lose, ho. Way too busy hitting snooze, bro. I'ma be the one to rise up in it. Never gonna fall, I fight till I get it. Always staying tall, got pride, I'm grinning. I don't really think I'll ever find my limit. And I know that they all wanna hate me, but they see me on the climb, so they wait, see. If I make it, then they just might say, B, you been doing so good, brother, can't leave. I don't wanna hear your words, all the fake shit. Nah, I want my day one is you been patient. All the same people, never been complacent. We been working hard, man, we on the same shit. I'm not just a sinner, I eat you for dinner. I'm not a beginner, I'll paint you a picture. I got a guitar and they play that shit every day. No, I was not that great, figured out how to play. Learned how to change to be, learned how to rap and sing. Passion is everything, loved it throughout my teens. 10,000 hours, so I could be fucking king. Hand me the grind or just get out my fucking
They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I could do, you'd watch your backside. If you knew what I could do, you'd stay in at night. I'm the type of dude you don't wanna fuck with. I'm the type of dude enough is enough, bitch. I'm the type of dude who never gets complacent. I'm the type of dude who knows he's gonna make it, I'll make it.
You don't wanna fuck with me. Don't want
spot reduction, also known as targeted fat loss. So basically the idea that you can selectively lose body fat from specific areas or body parts. Now it's common to see trainers argue that if you do certain ab exercises, your body will pull more fat from that ab area. Or if, say, you store more fat on the back of your arms, doing high rep tricep extensions will burn that fat specifically. And I think it makes intuitive sense that your body would use fat stored closest to the active muscle to provide the energy needed for that exercise. I mean, if you're doing a set of crunches, why would your body pull fat from, say, your face or your legs when it could easily just grab fat directly above the exercising muscle? Well, I think to answer this question, we need to first look at how fat is burned in the first place. So the fat actually inside of our fat cells is in a form called triglyceride, but muscle can't use triglycerides directly as a fuel source. So first the fat must be broken down into glycerol and free fatty acids. These then enter the bloodstream, meaning that any fat being used to fuel exercise is going to pull from the bloodstream in general, which of course circulates throughout the entire body. So this seems to imply that fat can come from anywhere, not just the area being exercised currently. But I think before we can call this myth busted just yet, we need to look into the the peer-reviewed scientific literature. So there are 4 studies I'd like to look at. The first was published back in 1971, and this was the first study to actually put the spot reduction hypothesis to the test. Basically, the researchers wanted to find out if there were body fat differences between the active swinging arm and non-active non-swinging arm in tennis players. So they measured the thickness of subcutaneous fat on both arms of tennis players, thinking that if spot reduction were true, then the active arm should have less fat on it. But that wasn't the case. Even though the active arm was more hypertrophied, so it had more muscle, there was no difference in the thickness of subcutaneous fat over the muscles of the arm receiving more exercise. So this is strike 1 against the spot reduction theory, but keep in mind that this isn't an actual interventional study. It is simply observational, so we shouldn't draw strong conclusions on its basis alone. So up next is an actual interventional study published in 2007, which took 104 subjects, so 45 men and 59 women, and ran them through a 12-week training progressive program with their non-dominant arm only. So they did preacher curls, tricep extensions, concentration curls, etc., but only on one arm. At the end of the 12 weeks, they measured arm fat volume using MRI and found that subcutaneous fat volume changes were not different between the trained and untrained arms in men and women. So this is strike number 2 for spot reduction, but this study also isn't the best because when you look at the actual data, you'll see that not much fat was lost in these 12 weeks period. So it isn't surprising that you wouldn't see spot reduction since there wasn't that much fat lost overall to begin with. So the next study we need to look at was published in 2013, and unlike the last study, actually saw a significant amount of total body fat lost, meaning this study will be better at detecting true spot reduction, if it exists. But as it turns out, these researchers didn't find it either. After putting subjects through a high-volume, 12-week lower body program using only one leg, there was no difference in fat mass changes between the trained and untrained legs. So up to this point, it's really looking like 3 strikes, you're out for the spot reduction theory, and this was the general scientific consensus for a long time. This was until a brand new study published just last year out of the University of Rome in Italy found the exact opposite result. This study also used a 12-week training program, except unlike the others, which used only one limb, they split subjects into an upper body only and a lower body only group. Another important detail is that after the training sessions, all of the subjects performed 30 minutes of light cycling. And as you can see here in the graph, the results were really impressive. Let's just look here at the arms and the legs. The red bars represent the subjects who trained upper body only, and the green bars represent the subjects who trained lower body only. And I think clearly spot reduction is at play here. The group who hit upper body only lost way more fat in their arms, but way less fat in their lower body, and vice versa. The lower body group lost way less arm fat, but way more leg fat. And this is despite the fact that both groups lost the same amount of whole body fat overall. So this was really interesting to say the least, and it was covered in a recent issue of the Mass Research Review, where Dr. Eric Helms highlights the possibility that local muscular work increases blood flow to that nearby fat tissue, increasing mobilization of those stores. Now, under normal circumstances, after entering the bloodstream, if that fat isn't immediately burned off, there's nothing to prevent it from being stored again. So all in all, we have at least 3 pretty solid strikes against spot reduction, but one new and very interesting study. So all in all, I would say the idea that targeted fat loss or spot reduction is real is not busted. I think that based on the current state of the scientific literature, we just can't say for sure whether or not targeting fat loss on specific body parts is possible or not. I personally remain highly skeptical given the equivocal nature of the data, and I think that if it is possible, it seems to only be possible if you do low intensity cardio right after hitting the body part that you're trying to target. So doing crunches on their own probably won't help you selectively target ab fat, but if you were to do some cardio right after doing crunches, it just might work, since the cardio might help burn off those free fatty acids that were liberated from the fat covering the abs, just from the increased blood flow to that area. So all in all, I'm not confident actually making this recommendation, and in my coaching experience, I've always found every time that stubborn fat areas are just simply the last areas to lean out. So I think the most practical recommendation from my perspective is to just keep dieting, continue to get leaner, and eventually that stubborn area will lean out as well. Finally, the last error we're going to cover is locking out the lift excessively This is super common, especially in male lifters who seem to get so excited about lifting the weight up that they just want to keep going with it by leaning too far back and hyperextending their lower back. So all you need to do to finish out the lift is stand up with an upright posture, flexing your glutes to lock out the hips, and lifting your chest up to lock out the shoulders. There's also no need to squeeze your shoulder blades together or shrug the weight up at the top. This is just gonna waste your energy and throw your lifting position off. So it's totally fine to get hyped up for a lift and use explosive power throughout the concentric. But once you hit that lockout, I think it's really important to be able to maintain control and not take the lift past its intended range of motion.
Where I'm at.
leg growth, that's fucking pointless. It's useless. You know, if you want to get those legs to grow, you need to pump them. You need to do perfect form, squeeze, and make that muscle work as hard as possible. And weight has nothing to do with making the muscle work hard. Let me even break it down further. Let's say you're going to go in the gym and you're training chest. You're going to start on the bench press, right? You're going to put, let's say your max is 405. You can get 405 for, 1 or 2 reps. Well, in your head, you need to do that 405. You need to show everyone in the gym that you can do 405. That's your whole premise of your chest workout, is to let everyone know that you're a strong motherfucker and you can do 4 plates. That's your premise. It's okay, I used to be there. I was there for 10, 15 years before I finally got some sense knocked into me. Basically, you're gonna get on the bench, you're gonna do 135. You're gonna do what, maybe 10, 12 reps, because you're warming up. You gotta warm up the muscle. You're gonna put 225 on. What are you gonna do? Probably 8 reps, right? Because you wanna save all that strength for your heavy set when you do your 405. So that 225 is just another warm up. You're gonna do 315. How many reps are you gonna do? I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. Why? Because you gotta conserve that strength for the heavyweight. You got that 405 coming up. You gotta show off in front of everyone at the gym, correct? So you finally put those 4 plates on and you're looking around, you're like, yeah, I don't see any other motherfucker in here doing 4 plates. I'm the strongest motherfucker in this gym, and everyone's gonna know it. You lay down, you do the 4 plates for 1 or maybe 2 reps, you feel good. You're like, yeah, 4 plates. Well, as far as chest development, you haven't done a goddamn thing. You got nothing accomplished, nothing. Waste of fucking time. So basically the way I would have did that scenario is I would have did 135 for 20 reps. I would have put 225 on. I would have did as many reps as I can. 225, maybe I would have got 25 reps. 25 reps, my chest is burning. It is hurting. And I'm already have a huge pump. I'm in pain on my 2nd set. Now, compare that to the other guy. Now I put on 3 plates. I'm gonna do as many reps as I can. So I might get, let's say, 12 to 15. But my chest is fucking burning on my 3rd set. 365, same thing, as many as I can. Let's say I get 8 to 10, but my chest is fucking burning and I barely got it. Now I'm at the 4 plates. Now, psychologically, I might not even be able to get 405 for 1, but people are still watching, so I'm not gonna make an idiot out of myself. So I'm gonna hit the same 1 to 2 reps. But do you see the difference in the scenarios? Which scenario is gonna be better for muscle growth? Which scenario is the guy's working out harder than the other? Obviously my scenario. So don't waste your time and don't do wasted sets. Don't sit there and dick around. Once you put your hand on the bar, every set counts. Every single time you lift that bar, it counts. You're trying to build muscle. All you're doing is building muscle. You don't give a fuck about how much weight you do. How strong you are doesn't mean shit in the real world. You put a man in front of me that's stronger than me, what the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean shit. Let's go out in the parking lot. That's what's gonna matter. You know, who's the bigger man? The weight has nothing to do with it.
What's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about, does cardio burn muscle? And the answer, surprisingly, is no, it does not. And I have to say that, you know, back in my younger days when all I cared about was getting big, that's what we all thought. You know, it was like, hey man, you can't do any cardio. You're gonna burn muscle. You gotta spare that muscle. And the only exercise we did was working out, and that was it. You know, and it was all about the muscle resting. They used to say a lazy bodybuilder is a good bodybuilder because you're doing nothing, just letting that muscle recuperate and grow. And I have to say the times have changed, and honestly, cardio helps you grow. Yes, cardio helps you grow. If you're feeding your body enough to make up for those calories you're burning. What happens is cardio turns your body into a machine, and faster the machine is, the more muscle you can put on, the faster the food goes through your body, the faster your body processes the protein, and so on and so forth. Having a fast metabolism and eating a ton of calories is the best way to put on the most muscle mass. And a lot of people are gonna, you know, be old school and be like, no, that's not true, Rich, but I'm telling you, it's true. You just have to eat enough to make up the difference. A good example is you have a bodybuilder that's eating 3,000 calories a day and he's training an hour and a half a day, you know, and I would say eat 8,000 calories a day, train 2.5 hours a day, and also do an hour of cardio. So you're taking in a lot more calories and your body's just gonna grow. So anyway, hope you guys take this advice and throw in a little bit of cardio in the off season and up your calories. Let's get fucking big.
Synthol, exactly, because I keep hearing that synthol keeps coming up all the time in bodybuilding today. Do you talk about it at all? I mean, is this something that you've used?
I have used synthol. I used it, you know, probably 12 years ago, and I didn't like it. You know, it blurred my muscles. It made my muscle look weird, and it was incredibly painful. And it's very hard to train. You're almost guaranteed going to have to take some painkillers while you train because it's so painful. So the whole theory of synthol is you inject it in, it stretches the fascia tissue out, and therefore allows the muscle to grow at a faster rate. So that's the excuse of, you know, I'm not cheating, I'm not using cosmetic enhancements, I'm doing this because it's gonna make my muscles grow faster. But that's all false. You know,
Obviously the people that are taking GH, they don't want to admit deep down inside what's really going on. I can tell you fact, without a doubt, growth hormone, taking growth hormone does make every single tissue in the body grow, including your heart, including your intestines, including your brain. Every single tissue in the body grows.
Depending on, you know, how many receptors you have and which area is going to determine how much growth you're going to get in which area. Now, what happens is the intestines in the stomach grow. And as the intestines grow, the stomach runs out of room. There's no more room for the intestines. So the weakest link is the belly button.
All the side effects I've gotten from using growth hormone, I use it for about 10 years straight, you know, straight. When I say straight, straight. And I have to say that, you know, my shoe size, I used to wear a size 12, and now I wear a size 15. My head, I used to wear a size 7 3/8, you know, fitted cap. Now I wear, you know, 7 3/4, maybe 7 5/8 I can, you know, get into. My hands, my fingers have grown, my hands have grown, my wrists have grown. My wrists have probably grown, I would say 3/4 of an inch. My fist has probably grown a ½ inch in width.
You know, maybe 170, 180 pounds, and they're trying to put mass on. You know, they don't really have a lot of muscle. And I see them take pictures of what they're eating. You know, and they have all their meals lined up, and their chicken and rice and, you know, turkey and asparagus and, you know, their oatmeal and egg whites. And, you know, they got this perfect regimen of a bodybuilder. But what they're missing is, you know, you're not going to put on a lot of muscle, I hate to say it, eating these super lean quality calories. You know, you need calorie dense food. You're going to need a lot more calories to put that muscle on quick. And it's great you're regimented, it's great you're cooking your food, it's great you're eating that many meals a day, you're doing everything right, but you need to eat more calories. You need to eat more calorie dense food. You know, in the morning, you can eat the whole egg.
Instead of killing it, back off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let it rest more. Hit it hard, get the blood in there, but let it rest more, and then you're gonna see growth. Here's what I tell everybody. First of all, the big mistake people make when they see a body part, it's not responding, what they do automatically, they train it more. And this is wrong, because now you're overtraining that body part. You see what I'm saying? So now if you talk to somebody who knows what's going on in your body and knows your body, he will be able to better assist you. So now what I tell people, for an example, they tell me, oh man, I'm doing 500 pounds of legs. Everything hurt me, my back hurt me, my knee hurt me. But you know, my legs are not growing. Well, you know why? Because it's have been proven over and over and over again. And forget about been proven. I've been doing this for 30 years, you know, plus. You know what I'm saying? So I seen people who have big legs, and I seen people who suffer to have big legs and they don't. And you know what I found out? People that have bigger legs, they never do super heavy weight and only 4 and 5 reps and put it back. No, they always do 15 and above, starting in the 70s and 80s. Tom Platz, he always did 25s on a squat. You know what I'm saying? And he had the biggest legs in the world. Kai Green, my client, look at his legs. Branch Warren, my client, look at his legs. And you know what? I'm looking at him, I'm absorbing, and I used to write stuff down. Like Branch, he never did anything less than 15. Like he started with 15 to 25. He never goes do 1 or 2 sets no, because your legs, you're walking on them. They're a different type of tissue. They, you know, the fiber in them. They're not gonna grow by doing 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit them 15 or more. Because anything less than that, you know, like if you do super heavy, you're only training your back and your joint, and that's something in bodybuilding we don't want to do. And like I said, you hit them once, but hit them hard and let them rest. People, they start training more and more in the gym. Come on, guys, you don't grow in the gym. We all know, I say it for a million times, you're gonna grow while resting and feeding. You know, you're not gonna grow in the gym. I don't care if you spend hours and hours, you know. Well, you know, look at Kai or look at Jay Cutler. You're not Kai and you're not Jay Cutler, and you're not doing what they're doing. You don't have the genetic they have. Every individual is different. You know, when I go train Kai, for an example, for the Arnold, you know, a couple years ago when he won all the Arnolds, you know, I went there. Our workouts never more than 45 minutes, except on leg day, take a little over an hour. You know, like, I'm glad you guys asking me those questions so we can show people. So now, if you know, remember, from 0 to 45 minutes, really, it's been proven in many studies, your GH level is high. you're at high output, you're really growing, you're pushing, you're putting the glycogen, you're bringing the blood to that muscles you're training. But then after 45 minutes, you start going into cortisol level, your GH level starts plummeting and all that. So you really, if you train too long, it's not a good thing for you. So don't think that you're gonna grow in the gym if you sleep in the gym. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people I suggest they train twice a day, in the off season, because they have a lot of good food, a lot of good nutrients, a lot of good vitamins, So it's good to train twice a day if you have the time, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But with me, I never train more than once a day. For an example, Kai never trained more than once a day. Jay never trained. So people wonder, how I beat cancer. A lot of people ask me how I beat cancer. You know what? I heard a lot of people say, fuck cancer, hell with cancer. Guess what? You want to do something about cancer? You really want to stop it from spreading? You really want to stop it from keep coming? Stop sugar. Stop sugar, you guys. Sugar feeds cancer. That's the bottom line. The bottom line. You either go, if you have any kind of disease, now we've been proven that if you go on keto and you have cancer, you can beat it. Or if you can go on alkaline, you can beat it. So, and there's many stuff of sugar. For an example, a lot of people now, they're going to agave. Oh my God, it's great. No, it's terrible. You know why? Because it could cause an inflammation. It could, let your pancreas release insulin, all that stuff. So you're still feeding the cancer. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about sucralose. My God, sucralose, they have it in all protein and all BCAA and all that stuff. And you know what? It's the worst, you guys. It's the worst. It's been proven many times in many studies that cause inflammation and cause gut problem and so many things. So what do you think all that stuff is doing to us? Seriously, we need to stay away. I don't want to even tell you numbers, but why don't you go check how much, not worldwide, just in the US, how much we use sugar in the 60s versus 2018, 2019. You're gonna be shocked. You will be flabbergasted. Sugar is the devil. You want to kill cancer? Stop sugar. You know what? When you take your little baby and go to the bank or whatever and they give you a little sucker to your baby, oh, thank you. Imagine they're giving your baby a cigarette. You know what? You'll freak out because, cigarette is bad. Meanwhile, the nicotine killing 18% of the population, sugar killing 80%, because almost every disease known to man is caused by your insulin being messed up. So let's see how many people now they're gonna, disagree with me. I love it, but seriously, guys, and no joke, note here. Stay away from sugar. Everything have sugar, stay away from it. You want a little sweetener, the only thing is actually, it's been proven now on the market, stevia. Stevia is really good because it boosts your immunity, it's good for your, of course, don't overdo anything like we always say. But, if you want to have a little cup of tea or whatever, it's okay to put a, maple syrup, a tablespoon of maple or tablespoon of good raw honey. But stay away from sugar. And even the good honey and the stevia and all that, even they're good for you, don't overdo it. Stop feeding cancer. Stop feeding diseases, Sugar does nothing except bringing our immunity down, make us acidic. So stop doing that, you guys. Seriously. Love you all. There's life after bodybuilding. What I learned from bodybuilding, honestly, taught me discipline. Discipline is amazing, man. It gave me an amazing freaking attitude towards life. It gave me, a mind mind and body connection. Like I start feeling what works for me, what doesn't. And every bodybuilder, honestly, or every smart bodybuilder should write down, you know, each and every food. Have a diary to know what works and what doesn't work for you. What makes you look good and what makes you look bad. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? And that's what bodybuilding taught me. Is you know, I sadly to say, you know, like at the beginning taught me how to be healthy, but then when I get involved in you know, using synthetic enhancement and stuff years ago, it really not necessarily is healthy. It took me the wrong path. So now that I'm a little older and I know that there's life after bodybuilding, you know, remember, this is very important, you guys know, there's life after bodybuilding. What I mean by that, when you're 50 and 60 years old, you don't want to look back and say, oh man, I wish I would have done it this way, and I wish my kidneys are not bad, and I wish my liver's not bad, or I wish, that's not going to do you any good, because now it's too late. So that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to tell people stuff that, you know, that do and don't, because I want to try to help everybody. So maybe they say, man, we wish, you know, or actually instead of wish, I'm glad I listened to that guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel so much better now that I'm retired and old or whatever.
You've never had a fist fight?
Never.
You've never had a fist fight?
Never.
You've never punched somebody in the face?
Never.
Not even as a cop?
No, well.
So let me ask you, when you look at some of the stuff today, like when you look at some of the new guys that are competing, what do you think about when you see these guys? These are some of the new guys that are competing versus your era.
I don't see it.
Really? Meaning they wouldn't be able to compete in your era at all?
No, they wouldn't make the top 5.
Did you hear what Yates said about Brandon Curry or no?
No, I didn't hear. What did he say?
You seriously didn't hear what Yates said about?
No, I don't really keep
So
up
Yates
with
was
nothing.
sitting right here just a month and a half ago, I want to say, something like that. And Yates said Curry wouldn't have placed in the top 6 in his era.
Brandon Curry, at this physique, he definitely wouldn't place in the top 6.
He wouldn't place in the top 6 in the 90s?
No.
I have to kind of agree with that.
You do kind of agree with him?
Yeah.
Do you and Yates typically agree on things?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so
really
this is a first where you and Yates agree. What's the biggest thing when you see that where you say it's not at our? What is the biggest one? Because you were late 90s.
Conditioning is not the same. Look at those guys. I mean, nobody looks like they've been on a diet, like a real diet.
How do you judge that? What are you looking at? What's your eyes looking at? Honestly. What's your eyes looking at? Because to me,
nobody really looks in shape, you know.
Nobody really looks in shape.
They look okay, you know.
Wow. Okay.
You think so?
No. Well, you got to realize I am not in the world to see it. But when you look at it from this perspective, you kind of look at these guys saying they look good.
They look okay.
But not to your level, huh?
Yeah. You put them next to me, Flex, Kevin, and Sean, guys like that. You like, whoa, it's a big difference.
Who do you any of the guys you faced? Who do you think
they gonna beat none of the guys I faced.
So let me ask you: could Nasser beat all these guys?
Easily.
Ronnie, you're having too much fun with this one.
They're not in the same class with him.
Not in the same class
as way up here, they way down
here. Sean Ray same way?
Sean Ray is way up here.
Look, Kevin same way, Flex same way. So Flex would have beaten these guys.
Oh, they would have been like 10th and Flex.
Oh, you're even going above that. Do you think it's because of the distractions they have today?
It's an era. It's a different era.
Do you think because they have more distractions today, or no? It's just not the level of discipline that you guys have?
Yeah. It's a different era, you know. So back when I was competing, everybody was like, whoa, man, you got to be in shape. You got to be in condition to compete against these guys. So I got to take it to another level.
But Ronnie, you would put Phil at the level of Phil Heath at the level of you guys competing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Phil was competing during your era. He would be competition for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. But by the way, who are your top 5 bodybuilders? If you were to say top 5 best Mr. Olymp, best bodybuilders of all time, who's on your list?
See, I got Arnold, I got Lee, I got Phil, Flex, and Kevin.
Ahead of Dorian? So Dorian's not your top 5?
Well, in my top 5, see,
Like you wouldn't put Dorian ahead of Flex?
No, I got Flex ahead of me.
Got it. Would you put Dorian ahead of Kevin?
No.
Is it because you like Kevin, or is it because you're talking physique to
I'm
physique?
going physique. I'm going physique, shape, and stuff.
You putting Kevin ahead of Dorian?
I love Kevin's physique, the way it was shaped and stuff.
Interesting.
And the way he posed. I loved everything about Kevin.
So if that's your 5, who's your
Kevin,
6?
6?
So you said Arnold,
Sean
Haney.
Ray. Did I put Sean?
No, you haven't said Sean Ray.
Sean, yeah.
So Sean ahead of Dorian.
Man, I like Sean a lot. I like Sean so much. You know the routine I use for my 98 win. That was Sean's routine. I put in a tape of Sean, and I did every pose he did, pose for pose. So some of the stuff he did that I couldn't do, so he's like most muscular or something. Like I can't do that one. So
Is Jay Cutler top 10 on your list?
Yeah, top 10, yeah.
Top 10. And Dorian, you're top 10?
Yeah.
But just not top 5?
No, not top 5.
Any crazy person that never won that you really were impressed by?
Yeah.
That you would, who?
Aaron Baker.
Aaron Baker?
Yeah.
Wow. Aaron Baker and I met 15 years ago.
I was real impressed with Aaron.
Aaron Baker, I saw him one time at Century Club. I mean,
I'll
that's a long
never
time
forget
ago.
the first time I saw Aaron. I thought he was a superhero. He looked like
Aaron
one.
Baker.
It was actually the best thing I've ever seen.
You still keep in contact with Aaron or no?
I haven't seen Aaron in 10 years, I think.
Okay, got it.
I don't even know, is he still alive?
I think he's a priest. I think the last time I spoke to him, he was talking about God. I think,
okay.
but that was 13 years ago. I don't know. He may be doing, I've seen a lot of people go from priest to, doing other things, but, I'm just going to leave it at that. So let me go with this, okay? You said Arnold's in your top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. You look at this, what do you think about it? You and Arnold?
Well, I'm in a lot better condition, but Arnold just got so big and got so much shape, so greater shape,
Greater shape.
Yeah. Arnold would have been by far the best bodybuilder ever. Nobody can touch him.
You're not even holding back saying that.
No. Look at that shape.
I got it.
Look at that chest. Nobody got that, even in the day. He got the biggest chest ever. And if he'd have had our stuff, I look like a little boy standing next to him.
If he had Chad, if he had your nutritionist.
Yeah. And the technology, yeah. He'd have been by far the best thing ever put out on stage.
No one close to him.
No one close to him.
Lee Haney's not close to him.
No.
You're not close to him if he had a Chad Nichols today.
No.
That's the highest level of compliment you can give
Well,
to
look
him.
at that, though. Look at that. There ain't nobody got nothing like that no more.
That's respect for you to be able to give it the way you do. What do you think about this?
I see that now, and it's kind of shocking to me. That's what I be saying. Like, man, I didn't know. I had no idea how I look until I saw the pictures.
What would you rank your back against everybody else? Would you say you can go pound for pound against anybody when it comes onto your lats? Your back?
Yeah. I think with that right there, yeah.
do you think your number one? You know how some is, you said Arnold chest, some is leg, some is this. What do you put your first? Is it gun? Is it your biceps? Where would you say you were superior over everybody?
I would say my back.
Your back. Interesting. That kind of puts you in the perfectionist category because I don't think you're like a guy that wants to miss a beat. I think you're the guy that wants to, you're seeking perfection. You don't want to be in a 1%. A 1%, you want to be the one of a kind, not 1%. You want to be one of you and 8 billion people around the world.
Exactly.
You want that kind of stuff. Like the most painful, most rewarding. Is yours most painful the loss to Jay and most rewarding the first to Flex? Or would you say no, it's something else?
Something else.
What would it be?
My most painful was losing to Lee Priest.
At which one? The Pro? The Iron Pro?
97 Ironman Pro.
You got third, he got second, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was the most painful.
Yeah, because I had quit. After that, well, the next show I quit. Until quickly reminded myself I got a free membership to the gym because of this thing. I don't want to lose it.
That's simple, man. You're simple, going back to your basic principles.
Yeah.
What bothered you about losing to Lee, out of everybody?
He was a little guy. I was a big guy.
Losing to a 5'4" guy was kind
of depressing. I mean, losing to Jay wasn't the thing about losing to Jay, was just me losing, you know, because I had won 8 in a row, so that didn't even factor into the equation. And I could lose to Jay any day. Jay is a lovable guy, you know. I love Jay. He's one of the best guys out there in the sport. Him and Kai and Lee Haney, you know.
So if that's the most painful with you and Lee, I think you lost 5 times that year to Priest. It was like 5 different events that had happened to.
So I was 5 times depressed.
5 times depressed. So was it a real legitimate chance of you quitting or no? Was it legitimate, like?
No, it was
just frustrated.
Yeah, frustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because everybody,
I quit for like a minute.
Okay, got it.
I told my girlfriend at the time I was quitting. She's like, boy, shut up. And I was back into it after that. Immediately.
Got it. And then the most rewarding. What's the most rewarding?
Oh, nothing will beat winning the first one.
Okay.
You know, that was so unexpected.
They tell me keep on running, keep on throwing and punching. I know I gotta go, but I'm holding on to something. In my mind I know that I gotta keep on shoving. Even when I'm low, yeah, I gotta keep it coming. And I'm gone, always been wrong, never could look away, never took it slow. Kids never learning from their mistakes.